Welcome to True Blue Politics Daily. I'm Anita and I'm here with my co-host Karen. And today is July what, Karen?
It's the 20th,
July
2020,
20th, 2026.
2026.
Karen always makes sure of that.
We have to.
And we're going to be talking about low T today and other
Mm,
things.
hmm
Yes.
Because, this is the first thing I woke up this morning saying, you know what we need? We need tea. What we need is tea.
T. Well, you know what? These guys are obsessed with with testosterone. It's just,
Who do
there's
you
something weird
mean
about it.
these guys?
No,
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the right. I'm talking about Republicans
Oh,
and of course MAGA. They're just obsessed with it, and it's very weird. It's
it
just weird and creepy.
is.
And I thought we just and as a matter of fact, we'll talk about this. But Pete Hegseth
Yeah.
is going to make sure that anybody in the military now
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be tested for testosterone.
Hmm.
And
Anita, wait, isn't that gender affirming care?
I think it is gender affirming care.
Huh.
I think that's what that is, gender affirming care. Well, Pete Hegseth knows all about gender affirming
Well,
care.
he apparently so.
Yes. And I mean, this is a guy with the makeup trail. Remember, he got so pissed off about that was
hmm
exposed that
He
he has
knows
some,
He
yeah,
knows about getting drunk. He knows about assaulting women.
yeah, he knows all about that. I
Yeah.
mean,
And
anyway,
then he
so
knows about tea,
he knows about T and low
low
T.
T. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You got to wonder why they're so obsessed with it.
Really do. Kind of,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just weird.
it
You
is
know,
weird.
it's kind of like you know these guys, these real religious types, these Christians,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes they're preachers who are obsessed with the LGBTQ community or gay marriage. Remember, they would always be like,
Mm-hmm.
just
Very
obsessed that it was going to
fixated.
destroy,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was going to destroy marriage, blah blah blah. And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
really? Why
Whose
would that
marriage?
destroy your marriage?
Whose marriage is it going
Unless
to
you're gay,
destroy?
you're going
Yeah,
to be
right?
fine.
Yeah. It's like if your marriage is solid, if you're
Yeah,
yeah,
if
if
you're
if
well,
you're firm in your, sexual, orientation and
then don't worry about
then don't worry about it.
it.
It's like we're supposed to live in a free country and people are supposed to be able to live freely, right?
Yeah, so it's just
Isn't
the
that right?
obsession.
Isn't that what they
It is,
always
it is,
say?
it is
Live free
freedom.
or die, something?
Well, yeah, that's
Do they
another
say
time.
that? Oh,
They hate freedom.
they do hate
But
freedom.
the point is that when they're obsessed with something like this, you got to wonder what's going on.
What is going on?
What is going
And we're
on?
just asking it here to ask questions. What
That's
is
true.
going on? So here, we're going to kick it off with Keg's Breath himself
Yeah, here it's him.
announces
Yeah,
military will test service members' testosterone levels.
Authorizing a new screening program for
Here, let me start
testosterone
it over.
deficiency. Today, I'm authorizing a new screening program for testosterone deficiency for our service members, ensuring you have the right testosterone levels to operate at your absolute best. Because it's well established science that as we age, testosterone levels often naturally drop. Under the supervision of our world class medical professionals, warfighters age 30 and older are going to be tested annually as part of their periodic health assessment. It's a health assessment that happens every year. We're just adding this test. Those under 30 can voluntarily choose to get the test as well. If
okay.
treatment is
We don't need to see.
recommended,
We don't need to hear the
it's
rest of it.
entirely
War fighters. I hate it when he does that. War fighters.
What the fuck?
They're losing a war right now. By the way,
Yeah,
I mean it just and 30 years old. Come
but
on.
not no mandatory vaccinations.
No, and yeah, as a matter of fact, remember when he took away the flu vaccine and or the
Mm-hmm.
mandatory flu vaccine and a bunch of, enlistees got the flu.
Mm-hmm.
These people are with world class, what did he say, world class?
Does low T affect readiness?
I don't, you know what? I have no idea. I think they should be
I
spending their
think
time
the
on,
flu does.
yeah, the flu does,
COVID
or
does.
yes.
Let's see. Oh, measles does. Let's see. What else would
Well,
affect readiness?
well,
I don't
the
think
reason,
low T. I don't think low T.
no,
No.
as a matter of fact, in World War I, the leading cause of death was the flu, the Spanish flu.
Yeah.
And during the Revolutionary War,
Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been smallpox might have been the leading cause of death.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why
But
Washington had a smallpox
there aren't
vaccine.
vaccines for those, are there?
Yes, there have always there. You know what? Vaccines have been
Oh,
around
oh,
for hundreds of
before
years.
COVID?
Yes, before COVID. I
Oh,
know. Don't tell anybody.
hmm.
But I mean, this whole thing with testosterone, that this is going to make them more ready. What is he? I don't even know what he
What does that
means by
even
that.
mean? That they're gonna be more aggressive and
Yeah,
that they're
that's
gonna
what he
be, that's
means.
what he means. Yeah.
That's what he means, and I don't know
That's,
if that's true. I tried to look that up.
I don't think that masculine toxicity and male aggressiveness is really, a problem. Like, I mean,
Well,
it's a problem, but it's not for, it's like, it's not the lack of. We're not, at the point where there's a lack of, like,
we're not doing hand-to-hand combat,
yeah, we're not,
okay?
no.
I mean,
Like, what
people
are
in the
we in
military now
Braveheart?
are
Ooh,
flying in planes and they're
yeah.
operating
Oh my God.
uh,
You know what?
drones.
You know what I think? I think that there should be more hand-to-hand combat, and I think that the king and I think that all of his cabinet should be leading the charge. They should be in the front.
Yeah, I saw that in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
That's the way it should be.
that's the way it should be. I think they should be in there doing hand-to-hand combat because they love their tea and they love
No, they're
fighting.
war. What do you call them? War. What do you call them?
I
War
don't know.
fighters.
I
War
forgot. They're
fighters.
war fighters. Yes. Go
I
on.
mean, but seriously, they're not doing
Mm-hmm.
hand. What is this aggressiveness
Yeah,
for?
what is it exactly? They're using, technology, they're using drones, they're using, yeah,
Yeah, they're using their
weapons.
machines.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah, it's weird.
right.
And he's the Secretary of Defense. This is the guy who doesn't even understand that.
It's like he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
No. And, it may not be the, be all end all to solving all your problems because the Cleveland Clinic put out a report, testosterone replacement therapy, TRT. This was medically reviewed, last updated January 16th, 2025. Testosterone replacement therapy, TRT, can help improve the symptoms of low testosterone due to male hypogonadism. TRT has certain risks and benefits, so your healthcare provider will carefully evaluate if it's safe and right for you. Either that or the Secretary of Defense
Yes. Now,
or of
what are the
War.
side effects of taking
So,
testosterone
okay.
supplements?
So, let's see here. Who is TRT for? Can I read that?
Yes,
The
please.
U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approves testosterone replacement therapy for males who have low testosterone levels due to a known medical condition, hypogonadism. Hypogonadism can develop from damage to or
Gonads.
malfunction of one of the following organs that are part of testosterone production: testicles, pituitary gland, hypothalamus. So there could be, like, for example, chemotherapy or radiation therapy can
That's
damage
right.
one of these organs, or
You could have
you
been
may have a
injured.
genetic condition. Right,
Mm.
right. So, but it isn't for everybody, Anita.
No, and they fluctuate. Testosterone levels
Mm-hmm.
fluctuate. They're different in the morning than they are
Mm-hmm.
in the evening. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, somebody may come in with low testosterone and they may hook him up for testosterone
Mm-hmm.
and he may not need it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I don't know and he may then suffer these side effects even more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, what are the side effects of TRT? Is what I'm hearing from you. You're asking that question, Anita. So,
Yes.
I'm here to answer that for you per the Cleveland Clinic report. So, acne or oily skin. Okay.
Hmm.
Swelling in your ankles caused by mild fluid retention, stimulation of your prostate, which can cause urinary symptoms, breast enlargement
That's fun. That's
or
fun.
tenderness, worsening of sleep apnea, smaller testicles,
Oh, no.
skin irritation, decrease in sperm count, leading to infertility, Anita. And
Mm.
don't we know that they care so much about
I know
fertility?
they do. They
The
really do care about
fertility
that.
of
They're always
women.
talking about it.
Fertility
Yeah.
of women.
Well, and
Mhm.
men, they talk about the fertility of men. Remember,
Oh,
Kennedy
right.
was, yeah,
Oh,
he was
that's
very obsessed with that.
right. He's
And these
very
small
obsessed.
testicles, I thought they were really concerned about big testicles.
Right.
I
Well,
mean, this could be a problem.
well, here, and so laboratory abnormalities that can happen while on TRT include increase in prostate-specific antigen, PSA level,
Which is
increase
cancer,
in
could get cancer, right?
that right,
Right.
exactly, increase in red blood cell count, which thickens your blood. Ew.
Mm. Yeah.
So big, more like a thicker viscosity is, I think,
Yeah.
the clinical
Good.
term. Oh, so
What else?
yeah, who
Why else?
shouldn't use?
And yeah, and also once you start taking this
Mm-hmm.
testosterone supplements, then your
Mm-hmm.
testicles stop producing testosterone, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what it says? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So here, this is TRT safe? Certain existing health conditions make TRT unsafe, like prostate cancer, breast cancer, and heart failure. This is why healthcare providers do extensive evaluation and tests before approving the use of TRT. If you don't have these health concerns, TRT is generally safe. Okay. But the point being, it's like being in the military, being a male in the military is not one of the reasons
No, because you're a war fighter, okay?
because you're a war fighter. That
Because
I
he
didn't
wants
see
you to be
that
more
anywhere.
aggressive, because
Yeah.
that's what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually is dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes,
So,
exactly.
but so go on,
Yeah.
finish it off.
Well, okay. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say on that article, but they are obsessed in their, talking about low T, and then they also accuse your candidate for this Senate.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mhm,
of having low T.
mhm.
He said apparently they keep Ken Paxton and Dan Patrick, who's our lieutenant governor, keep accusing James Talrico of having low T. He's not
Mhm.
tough enough for Texas apparently because he has low T.
Is that because the vegan narrative hasn't really stuck?
I don't think that's stuff. No, remember
Hmm.
they also called him trans, said he was
Mhm.
gay. Now they're down to low T. Okay, so
Oh,
I guess
all
that's a
right.
step up.
Yeah, could be.
So anyway, so he had a pretty good comeback. So we can watch him on. He's on here with
Morning
Joe
Joe.
Scarborough and Mika
Mhm.
Brzezinski, and they're having a laugh with him about this.
Well, yeah, I wish they were yeah, whatever. Those two.
When I heard this low T thing, I had to look it up. Guys my age aren't really worried about that kind of thing, but I think people are really tired of this kind of professional wrestling in our politics.
Yeah.
These old guys who are lathered up in their fake tan, throwing these corny nicknames at each other. People are wanting serious leaders who are going to get this economy back on track, who are going to start to lower costs, who are going to start to raise pay. And people are catching on to the fact that these corny nicknames don't lower the cost of groceries, don't lower the cost of prescription drugs, don't lower the price of gas. And so people realize that we're being played by these politicians who want to throw these nicknames at each other, and they're ready for a serious senator who's going to bring both parties together to get this economy back on track.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a good comeback.
Mhm.
Guys my age don't really think about that. I had to look that up, which is
Mhm.
because Dan Patrick had said it. Dan Patrick is an old guy.
Yeah.
And they showed a picture of Dan Patrick, and
They
he looks
did.
like an old lesbian.
You know what? He does.
He
Now that you
does.
mention that, he did look like that. Huh. Yeah,
Talking about James
yeah,
Silvergood not being man enough.
yeah, let me see if I can get it to that point again. Oh, here he is. Okay, yeah. So people that are watching this can actually see. You know what? You're right. Holy
He does.
smokes. He kind of looks like Billie Jean King in a leather jacket. No offense, Billie Jean King. No offense.
She might take that as a compliment now.
I don't know.
I mean, he does. He looks like an old
He does.
lesbian.
He does.
So anyway, it was just kind of funny that it came from him.
Yeah.
So they're doing it. They're these kind of attacks. This is what we're getting now. You're not manly enough for Texas, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that is because Ken Paxton has nothing to offer Texans. So that's where he's going.
Well,
He doesn't want to talk about anything
No.
important, any
No.
of the issues.
But you know what? Who does care about the issues and talking about important things is Jesse Waters
Jesse Waters
on Fox
always
News.
cares about the
Always.
issues.
He cares
Always.
about the issues. Yeah. So I'm gonna just play this and then we're just gonna talk
Okay.
about it, okay? Because I think
Okay.
it speaks for itself.
He says you lose your endurance, muscle mass. So, yeah, I want these guys on it. But you know what's going to happen? The guys that don't need it are going to take it to triple boost.
Right.
And then they're going to get out there. And women on base, you guys better be careful. Port calls, women in Asia, you better be careful. Because these guys are going to be wild animals, and you better watch out.
Okay.
Low tech.
You should have held his hand.
Hold on.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would have.
Oh, Dana.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
Why are they sitting there? That's why I have a problem
Why-
with even Jessica Tarnoff. I mean, to sit there with this guy who just talked about, ooh, you girls better watch out. They're going to be raping all of you. I mean, it's so gross. I mean, when he brought up Asian women, like, like we're talking about Vietnam or something, when, some of the men were accused of raping the Vietnamese women. It just so gross.
So this picture is a little bit because this clip, but so I don't know who all. I mean, it looks like the profile of Jessica, but I'm not even sure if she was there.
She was there. They're all there, and they're all like,
Who's the blonde one? Who's the blonde one?
Oh, I forget her name.
Where she was
worked
like
for George W. Bush. Yeah. And then but they all kind of, you could tell they were like, nobody, it was kind of there was kind of silence. And
somebody should have been but I mean, seriously, somebody should have and I'm sorry, but even on the right, the people, the panelists that are on the right there, it's just like they should be saying, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that is gross.
But they don't think like that. I mean, they knew this. Oh, that didn't sound right. But this is how these guys talk.
I know.
This is how
it's
they
just
think.
locker room talk. It's just locker room talk.
This is how they think. Yeah.
I'm so sick of it. Seriously, I'm so sick of these fucking white men of a certain age just sitting there like making, talking light and making, kind of brushing off, rape and child, molestation and
making
rape.
a joke about it.
Making a joke about it. It's not fucking funny.
It's not funny.
And by the way, honestly, white guys, understand this. We don't necessarily want to sit and listen to your old-timey stories about back in the day, all of your cute little shenanigans and antics that you guys did. You sound like Uncle Rico, okay? In Napoleon Dynamite. We don't give a fuck about that shit. We have bigger issues to worry about. Okay.
We just don't want to listen. We honestly,
we don't want to hear
we just don't want to hear it.
Get over it. Grow
We don't think
up.
it's funny.
No.
We don't think it's cute. It's actually, it's gross. Okay.
It's gross. I don't want to hear about, the veiled racist bullshit or like you sitting there saying stupid shit like, they couldn't make that movie now. They couldn't make that TV show now. Completely not understanding,
Yeah.
Oh my God, where we're
or
at. And just shut the fuck up. Why would you want to make a movie or watch a TV show that was absolutely, unless it was some sort of satire that was like doing some social commentary of that time, you know what I mean? Like All in the Family. Okay.
Yeah.
Or I mean, like even like movies like Blazing Saddles. I've heard men sit there and say like, well, they couldn't make that now. I'm like, no, they actually could.
No, they could make Blazing Saddles now.
Yes, because satire actually holds up. Okay.
Yeah.
But just basic like stereotypical like non-satire stuff that doesn't hold up. It makes like we talk about it, the 16 Candles shit.
Oh, I know. Well, they're joking about basically rape. I mean, because she's passed out.
Exactly.
They're acting like, oh, you want to have her next? Or
I mean, couldn't make that now. Yeah, no, and nor should they. And why are you sitting there speaking? Yeah, exactly. And why are you speaking of it in like this romantic,
remember the days
reminiscent. Remember when we could do that? Remember when movies could be made and they could just throw out the N-word and it wasn't? Yeah, remember that? Yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. Anyway, so here, this is something that came out. The Tate brothers.
Yeah, the Tate brothers. Speaking of rape culture and Jesse Waters, because that's what he was talking about. The Tate brothers were arrested this weekend by the federal marshals because they were being extradited by the UK. I don't know if you remember, but they were in prison in Romania on like 50 something charges, rape, sex trafficking. They had child pornography. There was all kinds of things. So what are the because
Is that my girlfriend Leah?
that is Leah. She won't leave me alone.
Hey Leah.
What is it?
Oh, sweet baby puppy.
But she's acting weird. But anyway, so they were in Romania, and Barron Trump is a big fan of Andrew Tate, apparently. And they've been talking, and apparently somehow this got the Trumps talked to the officials in Romania, and all of a sudden the Tate brothers were out, and they were being sent to Florida.
Wow.
So now they've been partying it up with members of the Trump administration, like Paolo Zampoli, who's an ambassador, I think, to Greece, or I don't remember exactly. The guy that supposedly, he used to hang around with Jeffrey Epstein and supposedly introduced, he used to have a modeling agency, and and he supposedly introduced Melania to Donald Trump. Now, of course, his former girlfriend and the mother of his child has disputed that and said that Jeffrey Epstein introduced him. But the point is, Paolo Zampoli is all, tied up with Jeffrey Epstein. Now he works for Donald Trump. And he's, this is where the Tate brothers, these people, I mean, my God, this is so gross. This is who they are. This is this is the Epstein elite. Okay. And they're partying it up in Miami. He has his little summer parties, and the Tate brothers are there, and they're having a good time. And and this is where they got arrested in Miami.
Yeah. So here, let's see. So there's an article from The Guardian. What are Trump's connections to the Tate brothers exactly? According to Heidi Blake in The New Yorker, that Tate and Trump circles have overlapped at Mar-a-Lago. What does that mean? Donald Trump has told many stories and denied many others about his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, but those questions center on Epstein's actions and crimes, which Trump says he denounces and wasn't a part of. The White House has moved heaven and earth, the truth, and much else to protect Trump from what the Epstein files might tell us about him. But there is a larger question about what Trump makes of Epstein's values. Does he reject them, or does he endorse and embrace them? Looking to his administration's tie to Andrew Tate may be instructive. According to Heidi Blake's thorough investigation of Tate in The New Yorker earlier this month, the Trump administration intervened last year to buffer Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan from the consequences of their criminal charges in Romania. The Tate and Trump circles, she reports, have overlapped at Mar-a-Lago.
Yes.
Yeah, and so here it says, it's pointless to debate who's worse, Epstein or Tate. Their monstrous misogyny echoes their respective eras. Epstein seemed a relic of the 1980s, obsessed with clawing his way into elite circles and obsessed with recruiting and abusing pubescent to young women, adult women. Tate, on the other hand, came up through the 21st century machinery of the manosphere, which is in turn largely a part of the internet and powerful men who run it. But both seem to define masculinity through the dehumanization of women and girls. While he has called himself a misogynist before, Tate told Blake that his reputation as one was completely unfair.
Barron Trump, his audience, and I remember this when he was online, and a lot of people were still following him. This is before he got arrested in Romania. And his audience was basically 12 and 13-year-old boys, like Barron Trump.
Yes.
Because that was back then. Now think about it. Melania Trump, I've heard her, pretend, claim she's this great mother. People try to portray her as, she's so caring. At least she loves her. She loves her son.
The first time she kept him out of the White House, she kept him out of Washington and stayed with him in New York, and so he could go to school and
watch Andrew Tate, because that's what he was doing.
Yes, exactly.
and he's growing up with these kind of values.
Yep.
And this is how he treats women.
Right.
This is how you treat women.
Well, it totally tracks. I mean, look at Don
Like
Jr.
father, like son.
Yeah. Look at Don Jr. Look at Eric. Mm-hmm.
They also have ties to the Tate brothers, but Barron Trump especially.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was
exactly. During his impressionable years, you know. These are the people that Melania
allowed him to take interest in.
Yep. So the Tate brothers were in town partying with the Epstein elite and members of the Trump administration. If Trump blocks their extradition, it will 1,000% cement him as a pedophile. The fact it's even a concern is all you need to know. This is from Cuckturd on Twitter.
He's an influencer on Twitter. Okay.
And I'm very close to the Trump family. I know them well, and I spoke to Barron after the incident, and I look forward to, once I am free, being with Donald Trump in person and reminding him that he's a bulletproof badass.
This is the attorney for President Trump, somebody who has been a fighter for the America First Party. Her name is Alina Habba, and she joins us live right now.
Hi.
Hello, Alina.
Hi. Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm a big fan.
Well, nice to meet you.
Formal charges against Andrew Tate include rape, human trafficking of minors, sexual intercourse with a minor.
Yeah.
I mean, this is who these people are, okay? It is no surprise that Donald Trump is all over the Epstein files and why they're hiding them from us.
Yep. And so PBS ran a story. Now, this is 7 minutes and 43 seconds here.
Oh, don't play that whole thing.
I'm not going to play it, but basically, a new report from the New York Times reveals how the Trump administration and members of the president's family may have been involved in a larger movement in conservative circles to support Andrew and Tristan Tate, right-wing influencers charged with rape, human trafficking, and other crimes. Investigative reporter Megan Toohey, who helped break the story, joins Jeff Bennett to discuss. And so it's, up here. Yeah.
Well, they were the ones when they were talking, when Andrew Tate was out there, that was when he was brought to Miami and brought to Florida. I don't know if he ended up in Miami at that time, but that's where they got him released from Romania. And he says, I want to meet Donald Trump. And then they had dinner together. Yeah. These are the people he associates with.
Yep.
So I just can't imagine, Barack Obama associating with a sex trafficker.
No, or Hunter Biden or
any of any of them, any president really.
Yeah. So Susie Rizzio on Twitter. Trump special envoys are closely tied to the Tate brothers since Richard Grenell, who you had mentioned this, who played a role in their release and bringing them to Florida from Romania, and then Paolo Zampoli, who has been hosting summer parties for them and business meetings in D.C., which is concerning.
Yes. Yeah, that Grimaldi dude, I don't remember what his position is now, but remember he was an ambassador in the last term. He's nuts. He's that gay. He's gay, which they were made a big deal about. Oh, we have somebody gay. And but he's nuts.
Yeah. So here, I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
Okay.
For someone who works for the president that makes shady deals around the world. Richard Grenell was responsible for bringing the Tate brothers from Romania to Miami, Florida. Next, you have Paolo Zampoli. You'll remember that he is the one that asked ICE to deport the mother of his child after she was no longer useful to him. He's also a former modeling agent. And he is the one that has come out in defense of Melania and Trump, saying that he is the one that introduced Melania to Trump and that it wasn't Epstein. He has also hosted political and social events with the Tate brothers. The Tate brothers have been charged with 59 counts of trafficking, of violent assault, of exploitation. And there are all of these connections between Trump and Epstein and the Tate brothers and his little special envoy team. The British would love nothing more than to embarrass Trump and to take him down. And this may be the ticket. It's a wild story, and there's a lot more to dig into. And I promise I will keep bringing you these connections because it's crazy.
It is a big story, and Democrats need to jump on it. I'm
They,
surprised
yep.
they really do. I'm surprised there weren't more Democrats coming out and saying something about this. These guys getting arrested by the UK after Donald Trump got them out of Romania.
Well, I think that we need to be calling and saying, "Hey, why aren't you guys
what's
out
going on?
screaming about this?"
Yeah.
So this is OSINT Defender. Both Andrew and Tristan Tate have been arrested by U.S. Marshals outside of a private event in Miami, Florida, following an extradition request by the UK government against the brothers on over 50 charges related to rape, arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, assault, occasioning actual bodily harm, as well as additional charges relating to illegal child images and pornography. You know what, though, Anita? We talk about how the Democrats should be out here, making noise about this. You know who else should be? The Republicans, because that is such a big, they always say that is such a big, thing. That's what I mean. And Donald Trump ran on this shit because they don't care about it,
No,
but you would think if they believed it, then why aren't they out there screaming about this?
They don't believe in anything.
Right.
They don't believe in anything. They're
Well,
instead they're running around.
Thank you for
talking
clarifying
about,
that. Thank you for clarifying that.
I know that.
I really wanted you to clarify that because hey, I'm just asking questions.
Well, they're instead, what are they talking about? Low T.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the kind of stuff that transgender bathrooms. I mean,
right.
Meanwhile, this stuff is happening.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to play. This is a little video from, I guess, when they arrested them. Oh. He should be. Is that the fashion police arresting him?
They should have been there.
That is a look. Who's the dude in the gold leisure
I think I have
suit?
that shirt.
Who's in the leisure? There's some dude like in the leisure suit. He looks like a wedding band guy.
Who knows? They have these summer parties, and I guess that's the attire. Very casual summer.
No, we're not going to back up. We want to see this.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. Do you think I wonder if the Trump administration is actually going to try to get these guys out.
It's, what's curious is that they're not body slamming this guy and banging their head on the ground.
Well, they shouldn't. What did Donald Trump said?
Don't. Yeah. No, they're not doing any of that though. It's like
beat the crap out of them or something like that. That's what he said.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. They're not brown people.
Oh, that's right.
Not brown
people.
You
mean they're not shooting them in the head, dragging their bodies out, and letting them bang on the floor, on the ground? No, they're not doing that.
They're not. And it really so obviously these guys, the Republicans are pro, sex trafficking and raping women and girls, children. But they're also, it's like this sense, like this whole vibe of like very homoeroticism, right?
Yeah, this is all related. It's this kind of this machismo, this fake machismo thing. Like they're always trying to prove something, right? And they hate women. I mean, these people obviously hate women. There's a lot of things about Andrew Tate that being bisexual or blah blah. Blah, I don't know, but and he's kind of he apparently people say he gives off those vibes too, but a lot of these guys do. A lot of these guys, I don't know whether they're not comfortable with their own sexuality or what's going on, but Donald Trump is probably the king of this. He is maybe it's because he has no filter anymore, with the dementia. But I've noticed that he seems to always seems to be getting aroused by men all the time.
Yeah, and I know, we know this, but I do think that it's worth stating. Your sexual preferences as far as, gender or, whatever, that's one thing. But the fact we're taking issue, we're
Oh,
taking
we don't care
issue,
about that. We
right?
don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're taking issue with the trafficking, the abuse, the rape,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
the other stuff, we don't, that's not the problem with it. The
right.
problem is, in the meantime,
Mm-hmm.
they're making laws to,
Mm-hmm.
oppressing women,
Right.
stopping them from having their own, bodily autonomy,
Mm-hmm.
and anti-LGBTQ
Yep.
laws.
Exactly right. Exactly. So, U.S. Representative Becca Balint had something to say. She was weighing in about Pete Hegseth's,
Oh, yes.
yeah. Anyway, so here we go.
There are so many people in this administration that have some weird, like, intense homoerotic feelings towards men while also being incredibly homophobic, and not just homophobic, but like hate mongering, fear mongering about the LGBTQ community. So let me be clear. I don't think the homoeroticism is the weird part. The weird part is that they pretend that that's not what it's about.
Yes. Thank you for.
Yes. And Andrew Tate, the thing about it is, if you ever watched Andrew Tate, you would see that. Okay. There's a lot of homoeroticism.
Yeah.
With a lot of these guys.
Yep.
So, and
yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, so the Daily Show did a little segment on that, on Trump's thirstiest speech ever.
Yeah.
Play a little
Go
bit
ahead.
of that. Okay.
Season, and I'd just like to take a moment to shout out all the graduates watching. Welcome to the real world. It sucks. But yesterday, Trump gave the commencement speech at the Coast Guard Academy, and he had a different message for graduates. And that message was, Daddy like it.
We also have the only cadet who earned a perfect score on every single fitness test. Wow, this guy must be something. I think we'll have to invite him up. I want to check it out. Thomas, get up here, please. I want to see. I want to check him out. Whoa. Look at this guy. Look at the muscles in this guy. Just hit him in the shoulder. I hurt my hand. It's like hitting a rock.
Well, we wanted Trump to stop harassing women, and I guess he found a loophole. I mean, seriously, is Trump a college sophomore? Because if you've been paying any attention recently, it looks like he's been discovering something about himself.
You are a handsome devil. He's a good-looking guy. Now, if you rip off the jacket, you'll see the muscles are serious. Boy, oh boy, these are good-looking guys. Look at the arms on him. I'll give you a hug. You look so good. You're too good-looking to be a fighter.
See, I consider all those guys back there with the big muscles, and it's not my thing, but I consider them really beautiful to me.
He's so strong. Those muscles are, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. The president needs to a dude, all right? Like, just go for it, Mr. President. I'm not even saying you're gay. It just seems like something you need to get out of your system, like as a novelty thing. And don't worry about what your supporters will think. You'll be fine. Your base will love it. And your shaft. It's gradual.
That's the thing, that it seems like there's a lot of overcompensation on the right.
Yep.
And
it really does. A lot of projection. It's a lot of, and
so I think that's where a lot of this stuff comes from.
I do too. Well, I mean, there's a reason that Grindr crashes, and that there's a record number of calls to male escorts, gay male escorts. Yeah,
we should include that thing with Hunter Biden, because apparently he spilled some tea about that in Washington D.C.
Oh, yeah, Stephanie was talking about it this morning.
Yeah, we'll have to conclude that next time.
But
so to conclude, we need to push Democrats to talk about this thing with the Tate brothers. It's all related. All of this stuff is related. I mean, they have ties even to the Epstein files, right? Because Paolo Zampoli, he was an associate of Jeffrey Epstein. They all knew each other. I mean, this is all they're all the Epstein elite. So I think that Democrats, I think this would be a good thing for them to not exclusively campaign on. They need to campaign on policies, but it's something we need to talk about.
Yeah, so here, right, in a candid discussion, he reframes America's challenges away from here, hold on one second. Let me see. Hunter Biden, I believe that oh, the gay mafia. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
here.
what it is. Yeah.
Okay, here. Okay, let me see if I can play this. Hold on one second. Let me get it back to the beginning here.
America is in Washington D.C. with the federal government is it not the oligarchy?
Closet cases.
It's the closetocracy, as I call it. It is, and I'm being totally serious. Everybody knows there is like this closeted gay mafia, largely Republican, that exists in Washington D.C., and everybody knows every single one of them who's gay. And so it's and what I believe, the only reason that is relevant is because I believe that internal conflict creates so much vitriol inside a person that they take it out on the rest of the world. And they do. And so what they do is their whole lives, they've been closeted. And so you have this like black ball inside yourself. This like blackened heart by the fact that you can't be who you want to be. And so you take it out on everybody else. And these men, largely men, have done exactly that. And everybody knows who they are. Everybody.
Yep. So that was on with Jennifer Walsh. He was on with her talking
Jennifer
about
Welch,
this.
yeah. Yeah.
Welch,
mostly men except for Michelle Bachmann. Remember Michelle Bachmann? Who would talk about how she went to a parade, a gay pride parade in San Francisco.
Well, wasn't that because but wasn't that because of her husband?
No, she was there, and then she said that she was always talking about lesbians who were chasing her. She was hiding them. It was just
she was
all
being
bizarre.
chased by lesbians. That sounds like fun.
Yes, she wanted to get caught. I mean,
that sounds.
It was all very weird.
Who hasn't been chased by lesbians? I mean.
In San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, she was at the whole situation with her and her husband and all that was always strange. But yeah, I always got those lesbian vibes from her. But yeah, mostly men. And he's absolutely right. These people, they're like this, what do you call it? Like a black hole or black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like because they were raised and they were, I mean, there has to be some like trauma and just abuse about, that they were raised to believe that you are an abomination and that you can't be who you are because, and that is like, that's something that is like, damaging. And that is, during childhood, those are the types of messages that you get during, from, parents and grandparents and, or living in a town where those are the attitudes, and
you're growing up in a very religious, Christian fundamentalist home or not just Christian, but any kind of fundamentalist religion. And you get those messages and then of course you're damaged. And like he said, you have this vitriol and you're taking it out on everybody else. Right. We saw that with Lindsey Graham with his bloodlust, right?
Yeah.
And I think we see it with some of these people, like the Tate brothers.
There is a culture. Yeah, there is a culture that, I mean, it is very sick. And it is like when we talk about, I mean, the healing that needs to go on, it really is way past time to look at the male culture in this country and how boys are being raised and the messages that they're getting, because that has impact. It impacts everything.
Yeah. Well, I raised a boy and you raised a boy and they didn't turn out like that.
No,
you don't have to. They don't have to turn out like that. You can raise them to be, caring, loving people and be secure in who they are.
That's right. And we have to do a better job. And it's just like that it does matter, how you treat women. It does matter how, the attitudes that you have towards, um the LGBTQIA community, and it just
Well, why
we have
would
to
you
do a
be?
better job. Why
We
are
have
we teaching these? Why are we raising? Why are people encouraged to raise monsters? To talk about, Madison
well,
Cawthorn,
so
right,
they'll
and
be
what he said,
Republicans.
right?
So
It
they'll be
just
Republic. They'll be like Pete Hegseth, or they'll be
yeah,
like
and that somehow being
Donald Trump.
sensitive, being, kind and
That's woke.
considerate to women or whatever, you're so beta. Like that's a bad thing, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, real men are beta, okay? Alpha men, it's like, dude, you're not what the hell?
Why are they called James Tellerico low T? What are
Right.
they saying?
Yeah,
It's the same thing as calling him beta or something like that.
exactly.
Because he's cares about other people and
Right.
about
He has empathy. Like that's the
yeah.
thing. I think that's what it is. It's lacking empathy. It's raising boys to
To be
lack
cruel.
empathy. Right.
And I've never understood why why anyone would be that um threatened by somebody who's gay or somebody who's
Well, and
trans or something like that.
too, what I'm thinking about too is the culture that we have lived in to make boys, you can't cry, you can't
Yeah.
talk about your feelings.
Don't want to talk about your feelings, yeah.
Yep, if you're anything other than, what they consider mainstream, like what a real man or a real, and
Mhm.
why are we expecting boys to behave, like men? And even the men shouldn't be behaving like that. Even men should feel free to talk about their feelings and be empathetic and kind and considerate, right?
Yeah, and they need good role models. I mean, there were
Right.
like I can remember like in movies like To Kill a Mockingbird.
Mhm.
What's his name? What was his name? The lawyer
Yeah, Atticus Finch.
Atticus Finch.
Mhm.
I mean, he's a good role model.
Mhm.
And now, what would they say? He's a beta cuck?
Yeah,
You
he's a
know what I
beta cuck and
mean?
he's got low T and
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like, look, if your little boy needs to cry, let him cry. Like
Yeah.
what, I mean, even it always like if somebody, had pain and physical pain inflicted on them, like boys, it's like this idea that don't cry, don't cry. No, it fucking hurts. Whether
I've
it's
never
like a physical, assault or whether it's a, an emotional, hit that, you take. The fact that it's like if you fucking need to cry, cry.
I've never seen anybody actually tell a boy not to
Oh,
cry.
I have. Oh my God,
Have
I
you?
have. Oh yeah, absolutely. No, don't cry. Don't cry. Stop crying. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, I've seen it.
David's dad raised him like that. That's true.
Yeah, no, that's
Don't cry.
definitely.
I'll give you something to cry about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never understood that. I've never been okay with that. It's like,
No, my son cried. I know.
Mhm.
Whatever. All the time.
Yeah, or making fun, when a boy cries or even a man for that matter. Oh, look at him crying. Well, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
if you have to
I
cry,
know
cry. It's good. It's healthy. It's a healthy response.
there just seems to be, I don't know, a backlash or some sort of backlash to feminism and to the Me Too and
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Well, anyway, this has been fun. We're gonna go ahead and play us out. So there was a big World Cup game, and it was the final came down to Spain and Argentina, and thank God Spain won.
Spain. Yes.
But of course, because we were hosting the World Cup, and it was played in New Jersey, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giants, where the Giants play. Whatever the name of it. What's the name of that
I don't
stadium? I
know. I
forget.
don't know. It's not Soldier Field, so I don't care.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. So anyway, no. But so of course, big fat
Donald Trump had to make an
smelly
ass of himself.
Grampy had to come and, insert himself in the whole thing.
Yeah, he tried to get up there with the players when their big moment when they when they're announcing they're the winners and they're going to get the trophy and all that, and of course he tried to insert himself, and then No, what's his name? The head of
Gianni.
FIFA. I'm getting
Gianni
the Italian names
Infantino.
mixed up.
Gianni
Infantino.
Infantino.
Yeah, Gianni Infantino. Yeah, he was trying to drag him off. It's hilarious. It really is hilarious how he runs up to him and tries to drag him off. Nobody wanted him there.
No.
And as a matter of fact, there was an Australian media team that were talking about. They were watching the whole thing and go, "Oh, they're going to have to edit him out."
Yes.
Donald
Yep.
Trump out. And
Yep.
then, of course, Spain edited him out. Everybody edited Donald Trump out. So
Good. Oh my God, I want to see the edited video. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play us out with this. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Oh, smash the button, please.
And please ring the bell so you are notified. And our episodes drop in your feed, including the bi-weekly podcast, which we will be joined by Francis and Angela of Frangela Duo when we record on Thursday. That episode will drop on Monday, this coming Monday. So we're very excited about that. And please head over to our Patreon page, join our True Blue crew of listeners, join the conversation there.
Buy
If
us a
you
cup of
can
coffee.
buy us a cup of coffee, great. If not, it's okay. We just love to have you join our community in the conversation. And we will, just to, kind of set expectations, since we will be recording on Thursday with Frangela, we will not have a daily, and then Friday we will take the day off because we will be on the politics bar. So
and then Monday
it drops. So you're gonna see us the next time. It's gonna be Tuesday.
So no, tomorrow and Wednesday we're gonna be here.
Yes, but tomorrow, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sorry, after that. So tomorrow and Wednesday, and then the next time will be Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
once a
anyway,
week.
thank you for your
Thank you guys.
considerate understanding. We love you guys, and here we're gonna play us out
Bye.
with the World Cup.
One final act on this incredible summer of soccer for Rodri to lift the trophy and for the celebrations to begin both here and overseas. And when Rodri's ready, here we go. Spain have won the World Cup.